while you might say that, well, it costs me more money to order meals online versus to go and get fast food or whatever your normal thing is, it possibly is going to cost you less dollars today. But down the road from now, when you're suffering from type 2 diabetes and you have all of these health issues, what cost you more? Like, what was more expensive? Just Christine said we're in a shit show of life. So the other day, my father came out of the emergency room and I had to go to the pharmacy to get prescription medication for him. And there was one medication specifically he needs, but it wasn't covered by insurance yet. They weren't sure if it was covered. And I asked how much it cost out of pocket. And the pharmacist and the other person who was behind the counter were like, well, it's ridiculously expensive. You don't want to do that. So, okay, well, I'm just curious of what the cost would be. So she looked it up and she said it's going to cost $3,000 for a 30-day supply. And they're both like, well, that's ridiculous. No one's going to do that. That's crazy. And I said, depends. That's relative. Is that a lot of money? Yeah, sure. But is it a lot of money compared to being put in the ER and almost passing away because of the situation that you're in? No. So if you sit there and challenge yourself on the pricing of things, you'll find that things actually aren't that expensive as you think they are. Even with the meal prep. If you did those meals and ordered them through the situation that you're in, maybe it's 4 weeks or 6 weeks, is that worth it versus going backwards 3 months and getting and gaining 20 pounds because you went into stress eating mode and did not do that? Or would it be worth it to spend the extra, let's just say $200 it's going to cost you total over the course of that month or two that you're spending more to have meals prepared for you? Like, I would rather take that expense than deal with the ramifications of not doing that, So I just think that's a huge challenge that people give themselves, is they immediately say, well, it's too expensive for me to change.
Too, I think people think it's too expensive. And if you're really thinking about the cost, there's ways to get around that. There's places where your vegetables aren't that expensive. The meats are a little bit less. And honestly, when I talk to people, I'll talk to them about so how many times are you grabbing a coffee out during the week? How many times are you, eating out during the week? And I say to them, you're going to probably be able to, and then I ask them how much they spend. And I go, you're going to be able to save yourself money and lose weight and feel better, which is your ultimate goal. Mm-hmm. And it's just they don't think about it.
So you sit there and you tell me you can't afford it because it's too expensive as you talk on your $2,000 cell phone, drink your $9 coffee and your $300 pair of shoes, your $100 shirt and your $120 jeans, and walk outside and get into your $70,000 car that you can barely afford every month. That's why it's expensive. The food isn't expensive. It's your stupid habit.